What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight I just watched Backrooms. This is the latest film from A24, directed by Kane Parsons. Now, this is a young man who previously created some of these videos called the Backrooms found footage on YouTube. These came from a 2002 photo from an office that sort of went viral, and ever since then it's been sort of a subreddit lore where people chime in, comment, add new things. Kane Parsons took this to the next level and made some videos about this. I don't really know how he did it. I think maybe through AI, but it's very impressive. If you have a chance to look at it on YouTube, you should. Very impressive young man. He's 20 years old at the time of this review. I think he may have been 19 while he directed the film. Nonetheless, absolutely impressive that he did this and that he was given this kind of a budget and this much trust by a major studio to give us something very personal to him. This stars Chiwetel Ejiofor. By the way, Chiwetel Ejiofor is a magnificent actor. He's unbelievable. I've loved everything I've seen him in. He's just magnificent. He does a great job in everything he's in. So this is the story of a man who is managing a furniture store, kind of a warehouse, and things aren't going very well for him. Sales are very low. He's sort of resorting to making these goofy ads dressed as a pirate. The name of the store is Captain something. Very, very strange, but nonetheless, he has a couple of employees that he sort of requests their expertise, and they have cameras. He calls them out. So Chiwetel Ejiofor, his character finds this space in a wall where he's just kind of poking around. He hears something. He starts poking around on the wall, and he finds that there's one portion of the wall where he can put his hand through the wall. And this is the portal to the Backrooms. This is basically a psychological horror. And I would reference this as more of it's like a new genre of horror, like an ASMR horror. This deals with liminal space. That can be very scary. Imagine waking up and not knowing where you are, wandering room after room, trying to find your way out, trying to find an exit, and you can't go anywhere. And after about 20, 30 hallways, rooms, etc., you will get very scared. You will be very frightened. And this can be very claustrophobic. And this movie really, really dials in on that claustrophobia and that fear of liminal space. This very much so reminds me of some of the shots from The Shining. It's almost as if you gave somebody acid and told them, here you go, here's the Sims, create a house, create a labyrinth. Very, very crazy. I really, really hoped this movie would have taken some things from the book, one of my favorite novels, by the way, House of Leaves, which is a book about liminal space and what it can do and what it means. This is really, really a psychological thriller where it pertains to whatever is going on in your headspace, whatever is going on in your personal life. This sort of translates to your experience in the Backrooms. Your experience. When you enter, not every single person will have, not all experiences are alike. It's really, really profound. And the visuals, the sound editing are very strong here. I thought those aspects were very great. However, this movie just did not work for me. There was a point in the film where it drastically dropped off. I mean, we're talking, this movie was on a pretty good high. You know, we had a lot of nostalgia. The film takes place in 1990. I really wanted to, seep into that environment and really get into these characters. But as other reviewers have mentioned, the backstory to these characters are very skeletal. Not even worth the time. They would have been better off if they had spent more time in the Backrooms exploring that liminal space than they were trying to flesh out these characters. I just don't think that it was worth the time. Nonetheless, this was not my kind of film, and I gotta give props to a young director who his first time around at 20 years of age, absolutely incredible. Props to that man, and bravo, good for him. Coming off of YouTube and directing a feature-length film for A24, that is absolutely impressive. And as always, Chiwetel Ejiofor, love his acting, love everything he's done. He's just a marvelous actor. Great. It did have moments of eeriness, creepiness. There is a certain point in this film that definitely takes a steep decline, and it's around the, I would say, hour and 15-minute mark, and it just took me right out of the movie. I did not like it. I really did not like how this movie finished. It's just my personal taste, and I really wanted to like this movie. This was one of my most anticipated movies of the year. But nonetheless, guys, if you liked this movie, if you didn't like it, let me know. Did you read House of Leaves? Do you see any comparisons? Did you draw any comparisons? Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to have a discussion. Thank you for watching.